Hi there, Southern Times viewers. My name is Sharonice Busch, and through this clip I'm going to share a little bit about myself, who I am, what it is that I do, and my journey in leadership as a young female leader. I have an extensive journey when it comes to being a youth leader. I started off quite early, participating in civic spaces, as early as in my high school years when I became a junior councillor, and from there ascended on towards the Children's Parliament to being elected to lead a session of Namibia's Children's Parliament. And from there I graduated into student politics, where I led Namibia's students organization, our national movement, that is NANSO, Namibia's National Students Organization. I was the Secretary General of NANSO for a period of time, and from there I then joined international spaces where young people can amplify our voices for progressive causes. And to that effect, I led the Commonwealth Youth Council as the Africa-Europe Regional Representative. So in a nutshell, that is my journey as a youth leader, and currently I am in the Sopo Party Youth League Central Committee, and I serve on various boards that has helped me understand and appreciate the importance of a sound governance architecture system. Currently I work in State House, at the State House in the Republic of Namibia, where I serve President Gengob as one of his aides in my capacity as a personal assistant. I work in the communications department, and I work closely with my colleague and counterpart, President's spokesperson, Dr. Alfredo Hingari, who is our press secretary at State House. So my day-to-day job basically is media liaison, but I also actively help Dr. Hingari build the digital footprint in the Namibian Presidency, where we've created a digital ecosystem to inform, educate, and communicate the work of the President and the Presidency. Young female leaders, please start participating in spaces where you can be elected into positions of power and decision making. And I know it's not easy, because when we are females, we are still regarded as your place is to cook, your place is in the kitchen, and your place is to look pretty and not advance serious political agendas that influence change and policy. And therefore we've got a serious burden on ourselves. To be taken seriously means that you need to break that glass ceiling that we still fight for, especially in the African context, and that means to stand up even when it's not popular, it's not welcome. Stand up even when they're going to criticize you. Stand up even when they're going to label you. Stand up even when they attempt to mock you. Ensure that when you speak from a place of fact, you speak from a place of experience, but above all, speak from a place of inspiration, because only when our young people can relate to what we say can they actually see that you are ready to lead and that you are ready to impact positive change. For myself in particular, I've always been challenged with the fact that in politics, it's still dominated a lot by males, but having grown and having had the ability to also leave a track record in all the spaces that I've occupied, I've allowed my work to speak for itself, and on that basis I was able to compete fairly and to be elected by my fellow youth based on the work that I've delivered. So to my fellow Namibian women, to my African women, but above all to the young women in the southern hemisphere of Africa, please young women, do your work, do it exceptionally well, and be inspired by what your personal purpose and passions are. And when we stand up and speak with one voice as young women, we are able to advance and ascend into leadership and participate with our male counterparts. My final message to us young women is, let us empower, let us shout for one another, let us not fight one another, because many a times when we do fight one another, the male counterparts always say, that's the reason why we can't take them seriously, because they always like to fight with each other. So let us root for each other, let us vote for one another, but also let us encourage one another to own our space.